show you how to draw figure 4-6 to the gasket. And this figure is basically just a bunch of circles. We've drawn this as a sketch, now we drew it as a board drawing, now we're drawing it as an AutoCAD drawing. So we're going to start out with center marks, just like we have with every other symmetrical drawing. So we're going to click on line. First thing, we want to make sure ortho is on and OSNAP is on. So to make our center lines, we're just basically drawing two lines that are across from one another, just like we always have. And then we're going to start with this circle command. Now, we've not done a circle command before, but the circle is right here. It's 2 over from the line command. And if we click on this arrow, we see that there are several different types of circles. You're going to use center radius and center diameter the most, depending on what you have. This particular drawing has diameter, so we're going to use the center diameter. So that's the one that I'm going to click on. And if you read your command bar, it says to specify the center of the circle. So the center point is where we're going to click. And then I'm just dragging my mouse out. I'm not clicking, I'm just dragging. And I'm going to type in 3, enter, because that is the diameter of this small circle in the middle. And then I want to make this 4 3/8 circle. Well, 4 3/8 is 4.375. So if we click, 4 3/8 is 4.375. So we're going to make a diameter circle at 4.375. So we'll go back to diameter circle. We're going to click on it. We're going to click on that same center point, drag our mouse out, and type in 4.375. Enter. And then we're going to make this outer circle. So that has a 5.75 diameter. So we're going to click on circle, center diameter, click on that same center spot, drag our mouse out, and type in 5. So we typed in 5.75 on that for 5 3/4. Then we need these lines that are at an angle. We already have our center lines, but we need the other 45-degree lines. So what we can do for that is go down here to our polar, and instead of using 30/60 like we always have, we're going to use 45. So we want to make sure the check mark is beside the 45, and we're going to choose a line, and we're going to start from the center, and we're just going to make sure that our center lines, and now that we know the size of our part, we can come just a little bit outside the part, but make sure that the green mark, and the more lines you make, the more chance you have of clicking on the wrong thing. So you might want to zoom in to make that second one. And go back to line command, zoom in to click on the center, and then do a second click to end the line. So we're going to do 4 of those lines at that 45-degree angle. And there are lots of ways to do this. Since you know how to use the polar, that's the way I'm teaching you today. We could actually use the array command. This one's a little bit longer than I want, so with polar still on, I can drag this in, but make sure your polar is still on. And I could also go ahead and drag in my other center marks to make them all look the same. So again, this is kind of the long way around creating these lines, but as a beginner, this helps you to learn how to manipulate and move the lines. So now we have basically the bones of our drawing. We just got to go back and draw these 5/8 diameter circles. So we're going to go back to center diameter, and 5/8 is 0.625. So we'll just start here, and we'll type in 0.625, enter. And we can actually copy this all the way around, but to give you some time to learn how to make those circles, just go ahead and use the circle command. 0.625 is the diameter. So I'm just going back to the circle command, click on for the center, and type in 0.625. They've got some so we are completing all of these circles. Again, there are faster ways, and I will teach you some of those as we go. But for now, just to give you a little practice. And you can also right click and choose repeat circle in the drop down bar, or you can do the circle shortcut on the keyboard. Okay, so that gives us our drawing. And again, we haven't learned to do our border just yet, but we will. But we also want to save, so we're going to do a save as. Remember, when you do a save as, you're going to go to the your folder. So make sure you're going to the U drive and choosing your folder. And this is figure 4-62 gasket.